The following is a Terry Weiss production. Hey everybody, welcome back to the podcast. Welcome to Weiss Thoughts. I'm Terry Weiss, and I am very, very excited to get together with you today. Got a great show in store for you, and we're going to talk about something that I've been focusing on lately, and that is, the topic of today's show is focus. How do you maintain focus? What are some things that you can do to maintain your focus in every aspect of your life? We're going to delve into that in some detail. I'm going to give you an update of what's going on with me and my world and everything else. So sit back and relax, grab the favorite beverage that you love to drink, and pull up a comfortable chair around our virtual campfire as we get ready for another episode of Weiss Thoughts. Hey everybody, welcome back to the podcast. Welcome to Weiss Thoughts. I'm Terry Weiss. So glad you decided to join me today, and so glad you're here. And wow, a lot has been going on in my world. Summer's really moving along here, and a lot of things have been going on. I hope you're all right. I hope everybody out there is happy, healthy, enjoying the summer. I hope you're enjoying the summer and some of the great weather. There's people running around, oh my God, global warming. Folks, it's summer. It's kind of supposed to be warm, per se, but, what are you going to do? This is just kind of the world that we live in. Some people just see the glass as half empty, where I like to see it as half full, though I've had my moments. But hey, if you want more episodes of the podcast, if you enjoy Weiss Thoughts, just go to my website, weissthoughts.com. Just make sure you spell my name right, W-Y-C-E. That's weissthoughts.com. There you can listen to each and every episode of this podcast. You can subscribe on your favorite podcast provider as well over there. And if you want to leave comments about the show or feedback, you can do it right at the website at weissthoughts.com as well, okay? I am also on, I guess now it's called X, but formerly known as Twitter. If you want to, I always was saying, if you want to tweet at me on Twitter, it's at Terry Weiss, W-I-C-E, at Terry Weiss on Twitter. If you want to tweet at me on Twitter, or now as it's more commonly going to hopefully, I guess, be known as down the road with the name change, X. I'm also over on YouTube. I got a YouTube channel, which is going to start ramping up here shortly as well with some more videos and interaction, where I do a lot of stuff about music lessons and some ramblings on that and, maybe some movie reviews and everything. It's basically just Weiss Thoughts on YouTube. Just go to YouTube and search for Weiss Thoughts, and you will find me. 209 subscribers or something like that, and growing strong. I must admit, I don't pay as much attention as I should probably to the YouTube channel, but now that it looks like I may have some more time opening up on my schedule, I'm going to try and refocus on YouTube a little bit, try and put out some more videos, some instructional things, some vlogging type videos to see what you like. Although it seems like a lot of people on my YouTube channel really seem to just like the short format. They call them YouTube, Shorts? Yeah, YouTube Shorts. They really seem to enjoy that. So we'll be doing some more YouTube Shorts with some song snippets and, instructional stuff on there. That's all at Weiss Thoughts on YouTube. Facebook, it's facebook.com/Weiss Thoughts if you want to join the Facebook community, see what's happening over there. So a lot of that, all that promotional, informational material that you have, there you go, giving you all that information that you need. But anyway, back to the program today. Before we get started on today's topic of conversation, just wanted to let you know some of the movie blockbusters that are coming out, like Oppenheimer. Jason Statham has one called Meg 2 in the Trench, or From the Trench, or The Trench. Watch the Jason Statham movie, and to be honest, it is what it is. I mean, if you enjoyed the first Meg movie, chances are you'll enjoy the second one. It's just some goofy, unrealistic fun to, kill a couple hours, in the summer. Meg 2, Jason Statham. If you're looking for deep intellectual Oscar-winning material as far as your movie viewing goes, that's not the movie for you. But you know what? It's still a lot of fun. It's an action-adventure fantasy movie, I call it. Still worth, watching, maybe going to the theater on a rainy day or something, or a rainy evening or something, just to go out and suspend reality, suspend disbelief for a little while, and have some fun with Jason Statham. The guy, all right. That's my very bad Jason Statham impersonation, but have not had a chance to see Oppenheimer, though. This is the one a lot of people are talking about, and also, the other one there about the child smuggling rings that's out there too as well. I want to see that one. However, I do apologize. Its name escapes me at the moment, but I want to see those two films too. Those are two on my list. The Barbie movie, no, not in my wheelhouse, my friends. I don't foresee myself seeing the Barbie movie in the theater, or even if it decides to make its way out to video or streaming. I could care less about the Barbie movie. I mean, it's just not me. Now, some of you with kids might want to see it. Some of you might want, I don't know. There's controversy around that about its supposed wokeness and all that. It's like we just can't do anything without something weaving its way in, politics and all that stuff. And I just wish that we could get back to how things used to be, where everything didn't have a political ramification. And that's on all sides. I mean, I don't know. Everything's got to have a political ramification or a chance for somebody to be canceled or, disheartened or what have you. And it's just, why can't we just go and enjoy and have fun? I don't know. Obviously, it's up to higher people than me with intellects that want to do that. But anyway, those are just give you a movie update of some things that were going on in my world. But the Jason Statham one, Meg 2, The Trench, or In the Trench, or Out of the Trench, it's just goofy, bombastic adventure, fantasy adventure, summer fun. It's a good laugh and whatever. Go enjoy. See that. If you like those kind of movies, go check it out. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Okay. What else? Looks like the main source of income has finally stopped as far as that goes for a job I was at for quite a number of years, but they finally let the Last of Us right off in the sunset here this past week, a little prematurely. They had given us a date of about 12 days hence, but they cut that by 12 days and just told us when I went in the one day, hey, today's your last day here for all you guys. I'm like, okay. So we're dealing with that, remaining positive with a positive attitude on that. And, that's all you can do. I mean, life's going to throw you some curveballs. Life's going to throw you some obstacles. You just got to, stay focused. And that brings me around to today's topic of discussion on Weiss Thoughts, focus. How to maintain focus, why you should maintain focus, what happens and what to do and what you can do if you lose your focus, okay? This is what we're going to talk about today on the program, and let's just dive right into it. Oh, by the way, if you want to email me, it's mail, M-A-I-L, mail at weissthoughts.com, okay? So let's dive right into what's on my mind today here on the program, and that's focus. This is something that I struggle with, even still. Even though I am cognizant, I am mentally aware, hey, here's some of the techniques, some of the tools, some of the things you can do to maintain focus. I am just like every other human being on this planet, and I fall prey to not being, I guess, as forthright, not being as observant or aware that I'm losing my focus, and it can at times cause problems. Let's just be honest. It can cause problems. Now, when I say, when we talk about focus here on the episode today of the podcast, what I'm talking about is it's not just like, oh, I want to lose weight, or oh, I want to focus on my career, or I want to focus on my relationships. Yes, those are all good things to strive for, all good things to apply focus to. I am probably going to start off with just speaking in generalities on focus. It really can contribute to your overall mental health. And what I mean by that is this. Do you ever just get up in the morning and you're like, oh, I don't want to get out of bed. I just don't want to get out of bed today. And you just want to lay there, roll over, pull the covers over your head, and just say, the hell with this. I'm done. I'm not doing this. Things like that. Focus begins right from the moment you open your eyes. Now, I'm not saying you got to jump up out of bed, like you were shot out of a cannon and just start running around and doing things right away. No, I'm being a little bit more realistic than that, my friends, okay? And I know, excuse me, I know that you're just like me, all of you out there, that, we have our flaws. We have our little idiosyncrasies that make us us. However, if we realize that focus begins right at the start of our day, that's gonna be a good place to focus, to start. What you want to do is, if you wake up and maybe you got a few aches and pains, just say, you know what? Put it right in your mind right away, so you don't set yourself up for a defeatist attitude throughout the day. Just say, you know what? Shoulders are a little tight. Oh, yeah, ran too many miles yesterday, or walked too many miles, or I was doing, horse playing with the kids or whatever. A little sore today, but that's okay. Today's going to be a great day. We're going to get some stuff accomplished. Now, just get up with a good attitude right from the get-go. Do your light stretching, whatever you do in the morning, yawn, go brush your teeth, relieve yourself, what have you. Go downstairs. If it takes a cup of Java to get you going, or a glass of water or something, just, stare out the window, look at nature, look at the sun coming up, or if it's raining, whatever. Just get yourself going in the mindset, just start ramping up yourself for the day. All right. And by doing this, by starting off good and just generally getting yourself into that focus mode, then you can start thinking, okay, I've got to accomplish X, Y, and Z today. Let's say there's only 3 things on your to-do list, which, speaking of lists, it's probably a good idea to either write them down, things that you want to accomplish on a certain day, and you can do that the night before. That can always be done the night before you hit the rack and go to sleep, because that's good to do, because that way it eases your mind in the evening. You can say, all right, tomorrow I want to do this, this, and this, or, 3 things, 5 things, 8 things, whatever. All I would advise maybe on this, and from what I've learned in my own personal experience, is make the list, at least as best you can, attainable. Now, you're going to say, Terry, what do you mean by that? Don't put down 30 things to do if you know you ain't going to get nowhere near 30 things done. Make it attainable. Make it at least, let's say, 5 things. And depending on the size of each project or to-do that you want to get done, make it something that is obtainable for you. You know how long a task should take. And you're going to run into things. You're going to run into obstacles. You're going to run into situations. Your schedule might get flipped that day. You might, have somebody who is going to help you, let's say, do something in the yard, say, well, I can't. I got this, that, and that. Fine. But make that list attainable. Don't make your list the night before so daunting that you're not able to focus the next day, that you are setting yourself up for failure. So, getting back to that, stepping back. So, look at your to-do list and say, okay, I want to get X, Y, and Z done today. So you get up, you start yourself off with whatever. Let's say X on your list is, I want to go and walk at least a mile. Look outside, the weather's good. Okay, yep, bing, bang, boom. I can walk in my neighborhood, whatever. Go out, get your walk done. Tackle X first. Boom, there you go. One thing's done. It's going to give you such a feeling of accomplishment. I got that done. Now, you come in and let's say, Y is that you want to, trim the hedges in the backyard because it's your day off or something like that. So, give yourself a little break from your walk, what have you. Maybe take a shower if you want or what have you. Cool down, have some breakfast, whatever. Do some other out-of-the-way things that aren't on your main to-do list so you can stay focused. So then what you do is you come in and you attack why. You start, you trim those hedges, make sure everything gets done on that. Bing, bang, boom. Okay? Now, let's say later in the day you have scheduled in Z, okay? And Z is maybe reaching out to, a colleague about a project or something. Make sure you leave yourself enough bumper time to go in there and get that done. The point is with staying focused, by staying focused. Now, and again, you might not accomplish everything on your to-do list every day. And speaking of to-do lists, give yourself at least, and take it from me, give yourself at least what I like to call a free-form day. One day where you have nothing scheduled. And now, that's not to say if you don't want to do things on that day, you can't. But give yourself what I call a free-form day, or, air quotes here, a day off from your to-do list. It could be on your day off. It could be not, whatever. But at least give yourself at least one full day of a free-form day where you don't have anything on a to-do list, okay? It's going to, trust me, it's going to do wonders for helping you to maintain focus on the days that you need it. Because again, we're only human. We need time to just sometimes veg out in front of the TV or veg out reading a book or sit in the backyard with a cool drink in the shade, BS with friends on the phone or in person or what have you. Sometimes you just need some time for you. Leave yourself at least one day during the week that you can do that. And I know some of you out there are already throwing up your hands saying, Terry, come on, I got so much to do. I got so much going on. I got to get this done by that date and blah, blah, blah. My daughter's getting married or whatever. This one, we're planning. Trust me on this, my friends. Please trust me. I implore you. Give yourself that one day a week of a free-form day. It's going to energize you and it's going to catapult you to set yourself up for success the rest of the week. I'm telling you right now. Trust me, it will do it. So when you're focused, again, maintaining focus is zeroing in or focusing in on the details of a project, something you want to obtain. Maybe you want to lose 20 pounds. Maybe you want to get in better shape. Maybe you want to have your yard look better. Maybe you want to, make sure your car is always clean and you stop, crumpling your papers up and throwing them in the back seat and just, next thing you know, you open the door and it falls out and it looks like a dumpster. Stuff, whatever. Okay. Maybe you want to finish that book, that novel you've been reading and you've kind of put it off to the side and you're like, oh, I want to read. Maybe it's something like that. Maybe you want to advance in your career. So you start studying outside and just taking a class or looking up information on your position on how to do things, whether it's, let's say, customer service oriented or sales oriented, sales techniques or customer service techniques or management techniques or what have you. Maybe you've always wanted to learn how to use Microsoft Office products, or if you're on a Mac user, you want to learn how to use the Mac equivalent to whatever it may be. Maybe you want to start your own business and you're researching, hey, here's what I'm good at, and I want to start a business doing widgets, okay? Excuse me. So, you delve in, but focus yourself. And the things you can do to celebrate those victories, write down your small victories. While it's great to celebrate them virtually and in your mind and tell someone about them, write it down. I would suggest just getting like a legal pad and keep it as your victory journal. No matter how small or insignificant you think that victory is, trust me, write it down, because all it does is give you more incentive, more gumption, more get up to go, as I like to say. You get more get up to go and get more done. Remember, and these are some old sayings. Rome wasn't built in a day. Each journey begins with a step, okay? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Stuff like that. And I know you're saying, Terry, corny inspirational quotes, but my friends, it's so true. It's so true. From the Bible, as a man thinketh, so does he. It's your mindset, your focus that helps fuel your determination and your results. okay? Your focus and your follow through will help determine results for you. And again, 90% of the things that we want out of our lives, my friends, is not going to happen overnight. Very few and far between are those rags to riches stories. If someone who says, I want to be more economically independent. There's a lot you can do for that. You can start what the youngsters like to call a side hustle. Hey, is there some, are you good at computers? Maybe you can tutor people on computers, offer up a service to help people with computers or what have you. There's, all these different things you can do. Are you good at baking? You can bake some baked goods and sell them or whatever. You can get on Etsy and create crafts, whatever. There's all kinds of side hustles going on out there. They call them side hustles now, where back in my day, they used to call them extra jobs, or part-time jobs or what have you. But again, it all boils down to, though, is your focus. How focused are you going to be on obtaining the results out of your life that you want? That's what's important, my friends. That's the key. And it's easy, believe me. It's easy to get discouraged. I'm with you. I'm with you in the trenches. I have some days where I feel very focused, very energetic. I'm just like, man, let's go, man. I'm ready to go. Let's go. And there's some days where I start out that way, and then, a speed bump might come along here or there, or I just like, oh, okay, I've had it for today. It happens to all of us. But the main thing you have to remember is, when you feel like that, you're losing focus and you're giving up, you've got to recenter, refocus. And that might be as simple as just taking a 5-minute walk outside, taking a 5-minute walk around your house and just do some deep breathing, closing your eyes and sitting in your chair and just maybe, putting a cold washcloth on your face or whatever, or splashing some cold water on your face. And just a few minutes just to kind of ground you, bring you back around and help you then to refocus and move forward. Just some ideas. I mean, these are things I try and do in that. And, these are tips and some advice that I've gotten along the way as well that help me. I have some very lofty goals I want to do in the next year. By this time next year, I want to be further along down the road next year. Now, will I be disappointed if I'm not at the goals I set? Yeah, but is it going to be the end of my world? No, because, again, you're in charge of you. You're in charge of your life. Remember that, okay? Yeah, you might have some bad breaks and some unforeseen circumstances may happen to you. But, my friends, at the end of the day, we all of us have the same abilities and the same capabilities. We can do and accomplish anything if we put our mind to it and if we focus. Let me know what you think of this week's episode of the podcast of Weiss Thoughts. Leave me some feedback. If you want to tweet at me on Twitter, it's at Terry Weiss. And, if you want to email me or even put some of your tips for focusing in the show notes here for us, let me know. Reach out, or you can mail me, mail at weissthoughts.com. Let me know what some of your maybe challenges with focus are, or maybe if you've got some things that you've done to help you focus or overcome times when you needed to refocus. I'd be grateful to hear of any observations and any input and feedback that you have. It's great. Let's all help each other along the way on this journey called life, my friends. And remember, like I always tell you, to be the change in the world, you have to be the change in the world. It all starts with you, the person looking back at you in the mirror every morning when you get up. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, be kind to animals, and we'll talk and get together around the virtual campfire again real soon. Until next time, my friends, Terry Weiss, take care.